Well, good morning folks, welcome back to Cumbrian Homestead. Going to do some grafting today. Finally got some nice weather at long last. So let's have a quick look at the tools. Different varieties of grafting knives here. Let's just see if we can a bit more. Got an Uppinel number 9. This is a little rose budding knife. You see by shape on the back there. Turn it over to peel the bark back, but it's an old one now. It's had plenty of use, but still serviceable. One of these safety type knives, they work pretty good. And we've got some secateurs, Falco number 8s I'm using here. And then I've just cleaned them with some meths. You don't want to run the risk of transferring bacteria or anything from your tools onto your grafts. Okay, so that's just and also, sorry, I forgot to mention grafting tape. You can use freezer bags slit up, or that's about 20mm wide, I think that. You can use freezer bags. You could probably use cling film, but you can buy this if you just Google grafting tape. You know, you can get it online. So that's pretty much it. Also, you're going to need some grafting wax. Proprietary commercial one is Tenax, T-E-N-A-X, Tenax wax, or you can make your own. And I've got that. I'll just show you actually. Swing the camera around. It's on a little burner here. So I've got a tin inside a tin with water in. There's the wax inside. So when we're ready, I'll melt that. And then I've got a little, let's have a look, a little paintbrush there, just to seal the ends of the graft and what have you. Got 4 plum trees to do. The rootstock it's a dwarfing rootstock called Pixie. So I'll get this camera set up and I'll bring you back. We'll see how this angle does. So as I say, this is the rootstock. So we're going to graft a variety of plum onto the rootstock. So let's have a look at the scion wood. Now this is for a friend of mine. He's collected this scion wood. There's 3 different types here. He's put plum anti-Jane. So this is obviously a plum tree in his auntie's house garden. It's not the best of scion wood, I have to say, but you just got to work with what you have. Now if you look, the diameter of that, let's swing back to the rootstock. The diameter of the scion is only about half of that of the rootstock. So that kind of dictates in terms of what graft we're going to use. So we could use a whip and tongue, and we could use a cleft graft. So we'll try both actually. So let's get on with it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get secateurs, cut the top off that. I'm going to graft it quite high up, and if we do that, that gives us options for later. If the graft fails, then we can always come further down and have another go, or we can put a bud graft in later on. So the next thing you want to do is we want to make a sloping cut. Something like that. How well is this coming across on the camera? See what I've done there? I'll turn it around, see if you can see the angle. And then if you just get your knife and see roughly to check how flat it is. You want it to be That's not bad. Okay, next take your scion. I'm going to come round in front of the camera. Let's have a see, pan out again. So there's the bottom. We'll do about a piece with three buds on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So just make a diagonal cut above that third bud. Okay, and then we want to be making a similar sloping cut on the bottom of the scion. There's actually a bud there, I'll do it on that. And again, we're just checking to see how straight that cut is, not too bad. So now, let's try and see how I can get this onto the camera. I want to make a cut in here, so about a third the way down. Just get your knife in and just rock it. See, I'm holding my thumbs, just rock it. See that? Like so, yeah? So we've made a tongue. I hope you can see that. Now we're going to do the same in the rootstock. So again, about a third of the way down. Drop the knife down at the same distance. Okay, then we'll get our so what I'm trying to do here, if we spin it around to the side, I'm trying to get one side to match with the cambium, both cambium layers to contact each other. Can you see that? So the cambium layer, sorry, is the little slither of green just under the bark. So we want those, the cambium layer on the rootstock and the cambium layer on the scion, to contact each other. Now if you look at the other side, you see now, because of the diameter, obviously that isn't gonna, that's not, you won't get any contact, and that's because of the diameter of the scion is much less than the rootstock. So you just have to do one side, and but hopefully that should do it. So again, if I just spin that round, it's not too bad. Hopefully we should get some. Right, so next thing, we just get some grafting tape. And start by so you see what I've done there, so put the first piece and then go over it, if you will, and then start to wind it upwards, putting quite a bit of pressure on, because we want to try and nip these two unions, if you will, or these cambium layers. We want to try and force them together by bandaging them up. So then come back down. And just do a half hitch. Like so. And just trim that off. Right, so all we've got to do now is just get some wax and put a bit on there, and then sometimes I usually brush a bit around here, label it up, and that's it. Right, so I'll pause it there and I'll bring you back. So okay, we've got another one. Now this time the scion wood is a better match, so we'll do another whip and tongue graft. Important that you try and get these as flat as possible, just so that it's not too bad. We'll be back in a sec. You can see that. Let's try and bring it around again. It's difficult to... See what? So you want it flat as possible, yeah? Now, I'll show you. So you want them sort of, as it were, that's what we're trying to achieve. Right, so then again, third of the way down. Just rock the knife down. We'll go a bit more. Same on the rootstock. Put the scion. Push it down. And I'm just going to check on both sides. Looking for the best cambium contact. Doesn't look too bad. And then I'm just going to cut that off again, 2 or 3 buds above the grafting union there. The sloping cut. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Do it there. Grafting tape. just make sure that sometimes when you're pulling the tape tight, you don't move the scion too much from the contact point. Oops, I could have done without that happening. Right, that's another one done. Trim those ends off. Okay, again all we need to do now is label that. Oops. We'll just need to label it and get it to put some wax on it. I'll bring you back in a sec.